call themselves the Foods and Medicine.
Garcia and Alexis Aleman
Have become a social media
People started
sensation.
reaching out to us.
Today we got Foods and Medicine tapped in.
Yes, sir.
What's up, everyone?
What's up, everyone?
Let's do it. Should we have everyone has a cool intro.
Welcome to. We don't even have a name yet. That's how brand new this is. But hopefully, when it's up, it does have a name. But just welcome to our podcast. We're gonna try this thing out, and we're hopefully gonna, we know there's a lot of podcasts out there, and we're gonna try something a little different that we think isn't really out there, and I think is needed for our community. So hopefully y'all enjoy it. I don't know. Yeah.
A lot of times when we talk, I feel like when we have conversations, sometimes I'm like, damn, this is some good information, some really, really fire stuff that I think a lot of us would have probably benefited from it, growing up and stuff. But when we put out our reels or a TikTok video or whatever, we don't really show all that. So we kind of wanted to just be let's just start recording some things that conversations we had, experiences we've had, just even talking about our weeks, because a lot of people want to know how's medical school or whatever, or what's it like being a student, and or whatever, or even just the whole, I guess, influencer life, whatever you want to call it too. People just want to know more, and we want to highlight some of that, show it to you guys, just give you guys a little more insight into what our life is like. And then we have other ideas coming up too. We want to bring in some cool people, inspirational people, people that that would be dope to talk to and stuff. So
yeah, exactly. So hopefully y'all like it. We have a lot of ideas to go about with this, and first we want to give a huge shout out to the team behind this whole thing right now, SCLA Clips. The homies behind the cameras. At some point they're going to be in front of the camera, and we want them to talk to you guys about what they do and how they've been helping us and the dope stuff that they got going on. So at some point, that's the kind of people we want to bring in. We're excited. We're super excited about this, and hopefully y'all get to know us more through this as well, because I know we get a lot of questions always, and hopefully we can cover all these topics here. And then at the day, just you guys get to know us more. So yeah. One of the first things we wanted to talk about, though, we could talk about this week, actually. Yeah. Shout out to Eric. Yeah, we have our team keeping us on track, y'all. So, because we're here, we're a little nervous. Oh, I'm a little nervous.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Shit.
So I'm super excited about this.
You need some beta blockers, bro.
I know, for real. Is that for the stage fright? Wait, stage fright?
Well, beta blockers kind of calm you down a little bit, reduce your heart rate, all that stuff.
Yeah. This fool's studying for step 1 right now. He's schooling me hella right now.
Nah.
Crazy.
Nah. I hadn't even got to the farm yet.
Actually, how's that been going, bro? How's your week been? Because, we haven't. I know you've been busy right now. We haven't really caught up much. What has your week been like?
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of people, might think that we're always together and stuff, but damn, sometimes we don't see each other for a while. But since we last kicked it, which was at VidCon last week, which was super dope, by the way. We went to Te Salud had a new flavor with the Oro that came out. We went to their party, and that was super cool. We met a lot of really cool people, had a really great time. And then we went to VidCon, which we've never done anything like that, which was also super dope. But since then, I've also been, that week I started studying for step 1. Step 1 is one of our board exams, which is a huge exam. And damn, bro, I'm not gonna lie, it's been really bad, bro. It's been really bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I stopped recording, bro. I gotta start this again. Oh, it didn't. Perfect. All right, sorry. I thought it did. We got some notes in the front.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I honestly commend you, bro. You're killing it right now. I haven't started studying for step 1, just to kind of, I guess, fill in my part of the week and story. I haven't started studying for step 1 yet. There's other things that I have to take care of right now that I am taking care of. So I haven't started studying for board exams yet. But as Irvin has been starting, seeing how busy he is and how big of an exam this is to our careers. Like, you know, think of it like without this exam, like we can't continue what we're doing. Like, you have to get over this exam. It's really huge in our careers. So we have all these other things going on. We went to the Dioro event. We went a bit all that going on, and then like we turn back around and it's like lock in again, and so we're not, you know, it's like we're in these different like parts of our lives, or I don't know, each time we're like doing something different, and it's almost like we're living a different life at that moment. Then we come back and you're a full-time student, you're locked in, not talking to anyone. I'm sure that's how you felt. And then we go to this big event where you meet Dioro, who is one of the biggest like Mexican DJs out right now, DJs in general, and we meet all these other influencers in 1 week, you know, like big influencers, and it's just like people that we watched, we spoke like about, like, oh, look, this funny video, and then we meet them, and it's like, it's pretty wild.
Yeah. So with all that, bro, you know, we've met a lot of really cool people. We met people like Dior, all that stuff. Like, what do you think about mixing that with medicine? Like, how has that been for you? I'll tell you about me, but I want to hear from you first.
Like, I guess, like, in what sense? Like,
like, for example, for me, bro, like, it's kind of a trip, bro. Like, that day that we went to the Taste Salud party, I got up at like, I think 7 a.m. I started studying, and I got home around 8 p.m. and the party started at 9 p.m. And so I got home, like, literally just set my stuff down, showered really quick, got dressed, and then went to pick you up. And then we went to this crazy event. And I feel like on our drive there, I don't even know if you remember or anything, but I feel like I was still in that study mode, you know? You know how it is when you're really, really focused and you're just like, damn, like, I don't know, like everything, you're like breathing school, you're breathing the exam, like everything is about the exam, everything's about the study. And like, I went to pick you up, we were on our way there, and I feel like I was still in exam mode.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It took me a while to be like, oh, okay, like, I gotta like loosen up and like have fun and like meet people, and because it's just hard, bro. Like, it's like, damn, everyone here's having fun. We go to VidCon, everyone's socializing, which is super dope. Networking hella, but it's like, damn, I still gotta go back to this other shit. Yeah, and it's kind of crazy mixing both lives.
No, I see what you're saying now. I agree. I mean, I remember you mentioning it once, like, damn, bro, I haven't really spoken to people in like 4 days. Like, I need to get out of that, you know. And it's like, I totally get you, you know. And I think right now you're in a, like, we're both in like different stages of where we're at, because I think you're more in a like locked in period, which is how it should be for step one, versus me, where I'm kind of doing other things, studying for like other exams that are important, super important, of course, but like the magnitude is not to the scale of step one. So I honestly like think about that. I personally don't, like, I can't imagine myself in that situation. Like I don't know, man. That's why I think, bro, when I tell you I give you props, because it's not easy, man. Like, I remember when I was studying for the MCAT, and pretty much for you guys, if you don't know what the MCAT is, it's the medical college admissions test. It's the test that you take to get into medical school. But it's not just a test that you pass. You have to get you get a certain score, it's percentile. But it's also a very important exam you got to lock into. Like, for that while, bro, like, honestly, knowing me personally, like, I was so locked in that I didn't speak to like people like for months, you know. And I can't imagine, like, if I had this party where it was like this big artist and all of these like influencers there, and then I'm just gonna turn back around and go right back into it, you know. And I know it just requires a whole another level of dedication, and I think that speaks to like what we're doing. What we're doing is a little different. It's new, something that I feel like not a lot of people have done, arguably like no one, you know. And I think we're doing something that is important for both of us, and that's why we're doing it, and we take it serious, because we know how much of an impact it's having. We take it serious, and we're just trying to manage all this and juggle it and just figure it out, which is really what we have been doing from the beginning.
Yeah.
It has been a lot. Personally, it is overwhelming at times. It could be great, it could not be great sometimes. That just comes with the whole game of social media, right?
Yeah.
And I think we both talked about it. It's something new that we can't really just pick up the phone and call someone and be like, yo, you went through this, like, how did you handle that? You know, and we're just kind of just both going through this together. And that's another thing that I'm thankful for, is going through this together. Because if I was just being myself, like, I would have stopped by now, like, that ass, probably, you know. So it's a lot, bro, you know. It's hard. I mean, me personally, and honestly, like, I just take it day by day, week by week now, because there's so much going on always.
Yeah. Damn. It's kind of, we kind of talked about this last time, but I feel like, in a way, you know how there's like professional sports people, a professional football player, professional soccer player,
Yeah.
professional, like an actor,
Right.
like for them to succeed in their thing, their field or whatever, like you hear like people talking about, like in their interviews, like they're super focused, right? Like some actors who literally will like try to live the actor role or whatever. I forgot the name. There's a term for it, but like Joaquin Phoenix and stuff like that, you know, they take it super
Like
serious.
Jokers. Yeah.
In a way, we're like professional studiers.
Yeah.
Like we.
Yeah, no,
Like
for
this
real.
is medical school is like arguably like, you know, as much studying as you can possibly do,
For
you
sure,
know, and like
yeah.
it's like our profession to be studiers.
Yeah.
And like I feel like because of that, like when I'm on exam mode, it's like it's a whole mindset, bro. Like
Yeah.
everything, like I feel like I'm going to war, bro. Like I literally feel like everything revolves around it, you know. Like I change up my whole room, I change up my whole routines. I like literally everything is about making my study habits better, you know. So and then we have to like be like from that to like a 180. Oh, go have fun, bro. Like go have fun, go do this, go network, which is super cool. It's just like, you know,
Yeah.
something you have to learn to do, which we're learning together
Exactly.
and shit. So
Exactly.
yeah.
But I think, I mean, positive things that I've learned from that as well is that, like, I think we talk about this in our videos, and I think we talk a lot about like doing other things besides just school, fitness, whether that's fitness, exercise, whether that's going out and have fun, and balance, right?
Yeah.
We throw this word around a lot, balance, life balance. We get asked that a lot. How do you do this? It's a very important question. And honestly, like I feel like now when I say that, I mean it, because I truly like live by that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to seem like a hypocrite and say that like I always did that, because I don't think that's like in undergrad there was a point in time where I was like all I did was school, but that was maybe the unhealthiest time of my life, physically and mentally,
Yeah.
like emotionally, you know. But I was killing everything in school. But ask me about my health, ask me about my mental health and emotional health, it was probably the worst ever.
Yeah.
You know, and now I'm preaching like this and that, and I'm living by it, and I feel the best I've ever felt. So, you know, and so like you mentioned, you know, go out and have fun and stuff, and this allows us to do that because there's opportunities to go out and interact and things like that, and we're doing that. We're almost forced to do it, but at the same time, like, it does help.
Yeah, we need it, man.
Exactly.
It's,
We're human. Like,
yeah.
we need to do other things, right? Like,
Yeah.
have fun, live life. Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because I really want to emphasize that too. Like, I've been studying hella for step one. Like, it's
Yeah.
been hell.
Mhm.
But I'm still working out 4 or 5 times a week, you know? And that's super important, you know? And like you said, like the balance or whatever, like, I don't even know if it's necessarily like we have to balance this thing. It's like it has to be integrated, bro.
Right.
Like it has to be part of your life. Like your life cannot be just studying. And sometimes it can feel that way, but nah, like, screw that. Like I gotta find a way to not do that. You know,
Yeah.
so I work out this week. I went 4 or 5 times to the gym, even with all the studying. And yesterday I was like, you know what? Tomorrow, like last night, I'm like, I'm gonna go have fun. You know, and I went, kicked it with some of the homies, and just had a good time.
Yeah. You feel like you're re-energized and refueled to go into this next week?
Yeah, honestly, bro. Yeah, because I was feeling super burnt out, man. Like, super burnt out. But like right now, I feel like I'm excited to wake up tomorrow and get to it.
Exactly.
For some reason, it's weird.
Yeah. No, I mean that speaks to like what we're talking about day by day, week by week.
Yeah.
Right. And how, and I think we've actually talked about this before, like in terms of like burnout, right? You mentioned that, and stress, and having these big deadlines or big dates, in particular like test dates, right? And just how like we can't just sit down and think about that date and say, all right, how am I gonna plan for that date, but more break it down more, right? How am I gonna plan this week? And you can't say like I'm gonna learn everything this week. Like obviously you have to plan accordingly and say, all right, this week I'm gonna attack this week I'm gonna attack this, and not just stress about the big day all the time.
Yeah, like a
right?
day at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
How are you going about it?
Honestly, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to compartmentalize it the way you're talking about, because it's one of those exams that like, dude, it's so much information, like so much. Like let's say I'm doing like the last 2 days I did microbiology, I've been getting to like the different types of bacteria, and I've already spent 2 whole days just studying bacteria, but I still am only like I think like halfway through the bacteria, and then there's fungi, and then there's virus,
Yeah, there's a lot.
and then that's just one small portion. Then there's pharmacology, then there's biochem, then there's genetics, and there's physiology, everything. And it's like, holy shit, bro. Like I feel like I can spend like, this is like a year's worth of like work, like of content alone, you know, but for like one exam. So it's like, damn, like you really gotta just, I don't even know, man. Like it's hard. I feel like that's what makes the exam so intimidating. It's like when you're like, okay, I'm gonna study for it, and it's like, oh damn, there's actually like so much to it that it's like overwhelming.
Yeah, but you got this, bro. Don't worry. We all believe in you here, and you're gonna do great. Now that you've been studying for step 1, actually, I've been curious to ask you this, because it's been really hot outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's some. I saw today on Reddit. There was like it was like 118, and some their blinds are like burning.
What?
Like they're melting of how hot it is. Any advice do you have out there for the heat wave?
Oh damn! I mean, actually, you know what's crazy? I literally like an hour or 2 ago, I saw like Death Valley was trending on Twitter, and I was like, oh, why is Death Valley trending? Yeah. And if y'all don't know, Death Valley is like one of the hottest places on Earth, or actually, I think it has like recorded the hottest.
That's a scary name, Death Valley.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about that. Go there. Yeah.
I've been there twice. It's pretty dope.
Crazy as fuck.
But they have like the hottest recorded temperature in history, and apparently like this year, like they're breaking it by like 5 degrees or something, which is insane. So it is really hot right now.
Is global warming real?
Global warming. I mean, climate change, I guess. Yeah.
The homie Eric is putting something up right now. Heat record shattered in Death Valley, one of the hottest places on Earth. That was July 6th. That was today.
That's today? Damn.
So it's saying it 127 degrees Fahrenheit. Yo, I don't even know if that's like physically, like, can you be outside for that?
I feel like you get cooked.
Yeah, you'd be a really
What's the
crispy
boiling temperature, like 100 degrees Celsius or something like that?
Yeah.
Or is that Fahrenheit?
Celsius.
Yeah. Okay.
So not as hot as boiling water, but 124 in Palm Springs, bro. That's like where people go to vacation and stuff.
It was crazy. I literally just got a haircut, and my barber was telling me I went to Vegas like this week.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I went to Vegas, and then he said, "Fuck that, I'm coming back." And so he literally went there like
it was too hot.
Yeah, he said it was way too hot. He ate and came back.
That's how hot it was.
I was like, "Did you see anything? Like, did you go to like the casinos or not, anything like that?" He's like, "No, hell no, it was too hot." Like,
bro, like, cause we were there like maybe 2 months ago, right?
Yeah, I think.
And it wasn't this hot.
Yeah.
I was there again maybe like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's true.
It was hot, but it wasn't like crazy. But now I'm hearing it's like you can't even be outside. So you guys drink a lot of water. It's very important. I I try to drink a gallon of water a day, but I'm not gonna tell you to drink a gallon of water a day. I don't want you to get hyponatremic. I think it's based on your weight
Man,
and
what was
stuff.
that? Hypo what?
Hyponatremic.
Damn, this dude's throwing around big words. What does that mean?
Pretty much is I don't want you to be low on your sodium. It has to do with electrolyte stuff and electrolyte imbalance. So it's possible to drink too much water for your body.
Yeah. So,
Right. So I don't.
anyways,
Yeah.
kind of like back to your question, like what do you do with the heat?
Yeah.
I mean, that's important. You got to be hydrated. And by hydrated, it's not like just drink a shit ton of water. Like
Yeah.
you said,
Yeah.
if you drink too much water, you can basically dilute your sodium and your electrolytes, and that
Exactly.
can be a big problem. There's a lot of complications associated with that could happen.
Yeah.
So, make sure to drink electrolytes too.
Facts. Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
so-
Facts. Especially if you're like a runner out there and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta look more into it. I'm not super like knowledgeable about it, but I know like I've gotten test questions on this. Like,
Oh, yeah.
marathon runner like drank a lot of water while running, and he's like in the ER.
Seizures, whatever.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you got to make sure you're taking in like actual electrolytes,
Yeah.
not just water, because then you're diluting your body.
So what I recommend, honestly, is like there's the IV fluids.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like these powder packs.
Yeah.
And just put it in your water bottle.
There's all
Yeah.
kinds out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's-
And we were actually at the Taste Salud party. Like that's
Yeah, Taste Salud has some too.
Yeah, it's like those type of things. Use
Yeah.
those. Also, when it's really really hot, like I remember when I went to Death Valley, like they literally recommended like, hey, drink when you're in such a hot place, like you dehydrate way quicker. So you're gonna have to bring more water than you actually usually do because it just you sweat it out so quickly.
Yeah, water poisoning is real, right?
Water poisoning. You'll see it at raves. Because
Raves.
people do, Molly and other self medications.
Yeah.
And then they basically like drink too much water.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that
Be careful
happens.
with the self medications. Yeah. Anyways, what are you doing for this summer?
Steph.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
sounds
bro.
fun though, bro, honestly. Because think about it like this. Huge exam, knock it out this summer. You're gonna be like feeling better in the fall and winter.
True.
Right?
True. I guess.
And you'll have a huge exam behind you.
Yeah.
And plus it's summer, so it's like if you ever want to take a break, I feel like me personally, like going out for a walk in the sun, the
Oh,
weather's
yeah.
beautiful outside, it just makes you
Yeah.
feel better. Like it literally makes me smile.
Yeah, I agree with that, bro. Cause
Yeah.
so what I've been doing is I've been posting up for several hours of the day, and then at some point, every time I take a break, like even when I go grab food, I like go for a walk. Like I've been
Mhm.
on campus,
Mhm.
we're in Westwood.
Mhm.
I just like leave my stuff there, and then I walk through Westwood, and then go get food or whatever.
Mhm.
And honestly, that walk feels so nice.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, as far as plans, bro, honestly, just like I haven't planned too much, but I was just really focused on the exam, and then trying to have fun here and there and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I do have like one big like backpacking trip that I'm gonna do in August, but that's pretty much it.
I know you do a lot of outdoor stuff. You're the one that actually put me on more of that stuff. Cause I've been a city boy all my life.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, I was born in South Central LA, inner city. I don't know how many people are in South Central. The homies from SCLA Clips are from South Central too. We're all city boys in here except Irvin. He's a city boy now though. He's a city boy now. Nah, bro, but you're an outdoor person. I was never like an outdoor person because I think just naturally growing up in the inner city, like there's there's not much outdoor stuff to do, and then my family wasn't much of a like, oh, let's go camping.
Yeah.
The most we do is like go to the lake. Like there's like lakes out here, and you go on a weekend or something to grill up like carne asada to the lake and jump in the lake, literally like on the weekend, like this, let me tell you a story. Let me
He's a
tell you
city
story.
boy.
Yeah, let me tell you a story. This is how I knew Irvin and I like we're a little different. We're similar in a lot of ways, but a little different in this way. Like we were just chopping it up one time, like the weekend was coming up, and we had barely we probably didn't know each other for that long. But you know, as a city boy, you know, with the homies and stuff, you talk about like whatever Friday nights coming up, like where's the party at, or like you're going to the club, right? Whatever. Las Perlas will come up, whatever. You've been there. But pretty much, I'll be like, oh yeah, bro, what you doing? The weekend's coming up. And this would be like, oh, I think I'm going hiking, or I'm going on this long ass like scavenger hunt or something.
Scavenger.
Some crazy shit. Like I'm going on fucking swimming in the deepest ocean in the world. I don't know. He would just come up with some crazy ass, like the hottest place on earth, Death Valley, like crazy. And I'm just like, oh, what the like, damn, bro. I was just gonna tell you, let's hit Perlas. Like I don't know. Like that seems crazier though. Do that, you know. And I started realizing, like, damn, bro. Like a weekend, like a long weekend will come up. You plan these sick ass outdoor trips, you know. And I just be like, damn, what's cracking on Saturday night, you know, and like in the city.
Yeah.
And that honestly, bro, made me like I learned from that, because honestly now I appreciate being outdoors more. I'll go on a hike, freaking whatever. I'll look, you know, not as crazy as you, but I like appreciate doing outdoor stuff.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, bro, like I didn't even grow up. I grew up being outdoors a lot, but it was for different reasons. Like, I grew up working outdoors hella.
Facts, yeah.
Like we'd go. What brought us to Washington State, which is where I grew up, was there's agriculture there where you like go deep in the woods and you harvest it.
Yeah.
You know, and you like go in there, and a lot of people get lost. Like it's actually pretty dangerous. And
Like the woods where you go.
Yeah, like you go deep in there and you like harvest this. It's like a wild like leaf. It's not even like a, because we also did like orchards and stuff like that, you know, where the fruit is. But there's other stuff that's like wild, like that isn't actually like grown. Like you have to go find it, and there's no trails or nothing like that. So that was how I grew up doing that, and like working also in the fields and all that stuff. And so that was my relationship with being outside. So it was like never fun, and we never like camped or nothing like that. It wasn't until I got older, and then I went to college, and then there was actually like some white people around me that were like, oh, like we're gonna go hiking. I'm like, what the fuck? So you're gonna go there for fun? And I thought that was so weird, because whenever I went to the woods or I went outdoors, it was like for work. And so I remember like my first hiking trip, I went with these white girls, and like I literally brought like I brought like I think like some fucking Converse or something, and like just like the worst hiking clothes ever, and like some cargo shorts or something, and they're all like, what the heck, you're gonna go hiking in that? And I'm like, yeah, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah. They put you on game on like how to hike.
Yeah, well,
Apparel.
kind of like, well, they didn't necessarily put me on and stuff, but it was just kind of like, that was I feel like my first hike that I did just for recreational use, you know, versus like, I used to hate it, bro. Like my dad would be like, you know, it's the weekend and I don't have school, and my dad's like waking me up at like 4 or 5 in the morning
to go to the woods.
We'd drive like an hour into the woods, and then fucking I would lose them half the time, and then I had to find them somehow, like in the middle of the woods, no trails, nothing. So I didn't like it, bro, but it honestly changed my perspective, and then I started appreciating it a lot more. I'm like, oh, like, damn, dude, like, I felt like a lot of people who are, you know, like us, you know, Latinos, or who grew up not doing that stuff, like, I feel like a lot of us, like, weren't raised, like, learning to appreciate this. It was, like, more so, like, this is for work. You know, and I'm like, damn, like nature shouldn't just be for us to work in. Like, damn, like we should be able to enjoy it. Yeah. And I also like when I go out on the trails or whatever, you don't really see people of color. You don't really see any of that. And I'm like, damn, bro, like I feel like we all deserve to enjoy this stuff. Like, it's beautiful, bro.
Facts. No.
And it's hella like therapeutic, man. Like, it's nice.
Yeah. That's how I started seeing it after like talking about it more with you and stuff. You know, and so for all y'all out there, plan your next hiking trip, your next camping trip. You probably have more advice on that, but thank Irvin for that, because the city boys, we got to get out there, nature foods.
Watch out for Lyme disease, though. Ticks. Ticks, bro.
Be careful, you can get Lyme disease.
Ticks be tripping.
But isn't that more in the Northeast?
That's true. But I think there has been cases out here or something like that.
Oh, okay. Be careful.
Coxsackie virus, and then the Lyme disease. Like, watch out for
poison ivy, or what is that shit? What is that called? Poison oak?
Poison ivy.
Poison ivy. Be careful with the poison ivy.
Yeah.
Rattlesnakes.
Oh yeah, that's what scares me in California, bro.
Rattlesnakes.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so be careful. Definitely don't be careful. Full discretion is advised if you follow our advice on going
Don't drink
outside.
water from the rivers, bro.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I used to kind of do that, but then I went to med school and I'm like, this is nasty, bro. Like all these Giardia, like
Yeah, you can get really sick.
nasty
from that.
infections, bro.
So
some peloro ass fools.
yeah, and if you are boil it or something.
Yeah, like there's ways to do it. There's like
Look more
filter
into it.
straws and like
Yeah.
boiling way
Look
techniques.
more into it, but it's just like if you just. I see a lot. I don't know why I've seen a lot of these reels more now, where people go to like a stream of I don't know, and then they just get a cup and they're like putting, and there's like fresh water and they drink it.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, I'm like, I wouldn't do that. You might have a serious case of diarrhea for days.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be pretty. Yeah, don't do that.
Be careful. Yeah, I mean, just do your own research.
Watch out for ticks, man. Use bug spray. Because Lyme disease, like it's crazy. Like you learn these things once you're in med school, right? Like at least for me.
Yeah.
But it's like a little tick could become like a life, long like disease. Later on it can progress and become more and more serious.
Mm-hmm.
And it's scary that like a tick could literally like in a way kind of ruin your life.
That's crazy. Yeah, it is crazy to think about actually. Let's talk a little bit about. Wait, sorry. I'm so sorry. So I know we've been trying our best to grow on our social media platforms, which, by the way, thank you all for your support. And if you're watching this, you're really a real one, to be honest, because this version of our content is something we're really trying to grow, and it's definitely going to be on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube watching this, like, thank you. Like, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you like this, if you don't like this, or how we can improve it, whatever, you let us know. But on TikTok, I mean, we usually like our content, like we're not like licensed professionals and stuff. I know there's doctors out there that do have their MDs and can probably give medical advice, right?
I think even that's not allowed. Like you're not allowed to.
I think that's not allowed. We most definitely we stay away from that. Even though we're not licensed medical professionals, we wouldn't feel comfortable giving any sort of medical advice to anyone because you don't know anything about anyone. It's like medicine is so weird because there's a reason why you go to your doctor's office. There's a reason why you speak to your doctor for X amount of minutes and whatever, because everything is different for everyone. And you can't just have one general medical advice for just right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not really how it works.
I mean, this might be a hot take, bro, and I might get hate for it, but I feel like the people who are like trying to give medical advice online are not actually legit.
Right.
It tends to be the people who did not go to school, like who did not go to medical school at least. Because the people who are doctors understand, like, hey, I can't tell you what you need. I can't, like, unless I literally have your blood work, I know your whole history, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, would you ever be like, look at someone and be like, oh, I know exactly what you have. You need this ointment.
Yeah,
like, you would never know. You would never do that.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, treat yourself with this. Like, we'd be like, nah, bro, I need to know your whole history.
Yeah.
I need to look at your labs. Maybe it's something else. Like, there's so many things that could be on our differential diagnosis.
Exactly.
That it's like, I would not give medical advice. So that's why even doctors on social media, like, they're not out here giving you medical advice. Like, maybe it's like, there's a difference between like medical education and like actually being like, hey, this is what you need to cure your cancer. Crazy, bro. There's a lady right now on social media. I don't know, maybe we can find her, but she literally has what I'm pretty sure is a basal cell carcinoma on her nose, and it's grown so much that it's like her whole face, bro. And like
basal cell carcinoma, basal, BASAL. Oh. The Wi-Fi's active.
Oh damn! But she has this basal cell carcinoma. I'm pretty sure it's basal cell carcinoma, but basically, like
it should be guest Wi-Fi.
The
Is
elevate
it working? Elevate.
No. That lady, bro. Dude, so
Wait, what's going on with her?
So she had, you could see her videos from like, I don't know, months ago or a year ago, and she had a little spot. And now it's grown so much, like it's a huge red thing like that. Yeah. She's a whole tumor.
Oh, it was small. But this guy is like, what is he?
I think this guy's, I think's a doctor. I've seen him before.
Oh, okay.
But
real TikTok doctor.
pretty much she's trying to like from my understanding, she's trying to self-medicate herself, and you see how big that tumor has grown. And to me, honestly, I mean, I'm really concerned for this person. Like this is gonna like this can end really bad, and it probably will end really bad.
Yeah, you see, and that's if this is kind of, I mean, not her in particular, but I think that idea right there is what frustrates me about social media. And because this also might be controversial, but like it kind of does like bother me a bit when like I have a family member or somebody tell me like, oh, I heard about that, oh, do this, do that, like, oh, where'd you hear that from? Facebook. Where'd you hear that from? TikTok. You know, and it's like, okay, anyone can get on any platform and say anything, and the part about that is that someone might really believe it, and someone might take it like super literal, or someone might whatever. Like, for example, like, you know, diabetes is unfortunately very prevalent in the Latino community, right? And I can't tell you the amount of times I've heard the secret remedy or the secret juice or the secret whatever for like curing diabetes or like lowering your hemoglobin A1C. Drink this and that in the morning and this and that. And I'm like, where'd you hear that? Oh, I saw a TikTok video, or I saw a Facebook video. I'm just like I don't even say anything to that, bro, because I don't even know what I wouldn't even feel comfortable arguing with that person about that, because I just don't know.
Yeah, I think there are certain like remedies and stuff that could help people with certain conditions, but there gets to a point where it's like, yo, like a cancer, bro.
Yeah.
If you understand the molecular level, like what cancer is, like, dude, it's your own body, your own cells are basically killing you. You know, and take like a plant's not gonna solve that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but I think this is a really serious topic, bro, because it has to do. I think a lot of it has to do with like, you know, people just not trusting the medical profession.
Yeah.
And
True.
it honestly, it's understandable, because if you look at the history of medicine, man, there's a lot of racism. There's a lot of really messed up things that have happened.
No doubt.
And, you know, like, people just don't trust doctors. And I know even my parents, even me being, you know, in medicine, like, they think that, you know, they're out to get them or something like that, or it's about the money or whatever. And, you know, I completely, you know, acknowledge that, and it makes a lot of sense. And I think it just highlights one of the biggest problems is like, we need to build more trust, especially like with communities like that are underrepresented in medicine, because we're the ones that don't trust the medical system, you know. And unfortunately, because of that, we end up, there's a huge disproportion and a lot of health disparities that affect our communities more than others.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, how many times have you heard like, oh, nah, I don't want to listen to that doctor, I'd rather go to like Mexico or whatever too, or because the trust in just American doctors or whatever is not there. Or
I have a cousin who has diabetes, and it's like pretty bad, and he's already lost one eye, but he's like, nah, hell no, they're just lying or whatever. So and I'm
sad.
like, bro, and like, we have a history in that side of the family of like my grandpa and stuff, like, passed away from a heart attack at early age, and like, he had diabetes, and it's like, bro, like, this is literally just it's just the cycle repeating itself, you know, versus like having it treated or whatever. But it's just like, literally, don't trust them.
Yeah, it's sad, bro. I deal with that same stuff in my family. Unfortunately, I feel like a lot of people like us, like first gen, can relate to that. And yeah, man, who knows what the solution is, but I think, like you said, it speaks to the importance of diversity in medicine, and having people like us speak to people like our family members in the hospitals.
Yeah.
Right? Because they can see, like, I'm pretty sure you've been told, like, oh, mijo, like, you remind me of this or that, or like my nephew or someone. Like, I've been told that, and like, it makes me feel great. And they feel like they open up. It's like like open book. Like, you could tell them, you could ask them whatever, and they trust you, and they'll just answer it.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. You have a really big task, bro. You have a huge mission in this world. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Because like, this problem that we're seeing, bro, like, you know, you're bringing a lot of trust to people, and
Yeah.
it can really impact a lot of people
Absolutely, bro.
who have not been
We both are.
represented
Exactly.
in this.
Exactly. So that's why I love what I do, man. This career is like, I can't imagine doing anything else. This career, I love it. It's hard and whatever and all, and yeah, we study a lot, and I know we talk about that, but like, I really enjoy it. I think what's the word? What's the word? Like it's like fulfilling.
Fulfilling, yeah.
Right, to like know that you're making an impact in someone else's life, someone else's family. Because it doesn't ultimately affect just the patient; it affects their whole family, right? Because everyone in that room is suffering because of the patient or whatever, right? So you're helping not only them but their family, and there's nothing that makes me feel better that when you walk out that room and like you helped in some way.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is hard. It's difficult news you gotta break or whatever. I'm not saying it's always easy, but at least like being able to speak to them in their language, being able to just answer any of their questions, and then just them just thanking you, and just like just being there. I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm doing something right in my life.
Yeah. So with that topic, bro, so people I'm sure have asked you like if you're thinking of quitting medicine to do this, because you're a pretty successful social media person.
Yeah.
Like let's be real, bro. Like we went to VidCon, and there's a lot of people there who do this full time.
Yeah.
And their platform is around our level. Maybe some of them were even smaller.
Yeah.
But they're doing this full time, and you're that big,
Right.
but you're a full time medical student.
Yeah, man.
You think you're gonna drop out of med school, bro?
Hell no. That's a great question, bro. It's crazy how we have been asked that now. But it comes to show, I mean, like, and this is no knock to any like content creators, because being a content creator is tough. Like, it's its own career now on its own, right? Like, people do this full time, and we certainly understand that, because it is a lot.
And coming up with new content all the time.
Coming up
dude,
with new
that's
content,
pretty tough.
like, yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's Saturday night, and we're here posted up with the homies, at SCLA.clips. Follow them on
LA
Instagram.
Hub.
LA
Hub too.
Foods and Media.
Foods
Follow
and
them
Media
on their Instagram. Do you have a TikTok? TikTok, SCLA.clips. CLIPS clips. It's hard, bro, and but like, man, how can I put this? I love this as well. I'm enjoying the content creation so far. It's opened up a lot of doors for us that we've never imagined when we started this. But the reason, like, we're in this whole thing because of our career choice, and that's pursuing medicine. And the reason why we pursue this career is because we really want to do it, because there's no way in hell anybody's going to choose medicine for like satisfaction or for money or whatever, because this is a long journey. And just me personally speaking, like, I've put in this much work because I love it, and there's like, this is what I want to do for my like long-term career. Like, I don't, and whether that's creating content at the same time, like, it goes hand in hand for me, because if I do create content, it's going to be like relevant to what we're doing, and obviously like mixing in our spice in it, which is who we are, like, where we come from, first gen, like we grew up where we grew up and stuff. But like, that's how I want to go about creating our content, which is how we've been going about it anyways. And so definitely not gonna turn into a full-time like content creator, at least for now. Like, definitely gonna graduate med school. I'm trying to become a doctor, go to residency, train, and all that stuff, and be the best doctor I can possibly become. Yeah. How about you, bro? Because I know you've been asked this. Personally, I actually haven't had that question personally. I've seen it on social media and stuff, but how do you feel about that?
I have an announcement, bro.
Uh-oh.
Dropout Foods.
Dropout Foods in Medicine?
New social media page. Foods who drop out from med school.
That's funny.
Nah, I'm just kidding, bro.
Yeah.
To be honest, bro, I've been asked this a lot,
That's crazy.
And I don't know where people are getting this from, but like, some people are just like, I was like, we got an award last week. Shout out to us,
yeah,
I guess.
Shout out to us.
For we got this
really prestigious award.
Yeah, we're like, it's gonna go on our, graduation thing and everything. Like, it's a recognition that's,
it's like
really cool.
13% of the class, or
something like that. Yeah,
it's like a small percentage of the class that gets nominated by your peers, and you go through this whole other process of getting pretty much inducted into this honor society, and we both got it. So shout out to you, bro.
Congrats.
Thank you.
But anyways, I was there, and I had some people, like, I think like 2 people be like, "Oh, are you like dropping out of school? Like, you're not going to residency." I'm like, "What the hell are you getting this information from?" But to be honest, like, to answer that, like, nah, dude, like, there's like, as much, like you said, as cool as this has been, and as cool as the opportunities that have come up about this, my ultimate goal is medicine.
Yeah.
And it's like a very like easy question for me. Like, it's not like maybe I'll consider leaving or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's like, nah, dude, like, I came to medicine because I want to do it, because my passion for it, like my passion for, working with communities that represent me and stuff like that.
Facts.
And like all that stuff, and nothing in this world will feel more fulfilling to me. Like you said, when I go to the hospital and I treat someone that literally like talks my language, who comes from a similar background as me, and I feel that trust in me, and I feel like I impacted their life in a positive way.
Yeah.
There's nothing that has ever come close to that has made me feel as fulfilling.
Yeah.
Has given me purpose in life. And so, like, no, I would never do that, honestly. I want to go to residency. I want to be a practicing doctor, and I want to keep this on, working on this stuff too, because the reason why we started this is to bring other people up with us, to help other people, going through this, or show other people that it can be done, and overall just increase the representation in this field. So, this is kind of like a, hey, this is our journey, and we're taking you guys along with us, pretty much, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely, exactly. We want to document this whole journey and really bring more people into what we're doing and show them that this is possible. I was actually this literally, as you were speaking, it brought something back. I was in TJ this weekend in Tijuana.
Hong Kong?
Nah,
just kidding. Just kidding.
Not Hong Kong, China.
No Chinese food?
No. Tijuana, Mexico, Baja California. Yeah, no. And it's crazy because I actually drove past the I think it's called like Hospital General. I think it's like their county hospital version of like in Tijuana. And obviously out there you speak a lot of Spanish, so like actually coming out here, like my brain was almost like programmed in Spanish, and I had to program it back to English. But like I took my dog to the vet. My dog's sick recently, and actually like I was out there like speaking to the veterinarian in Spanish, and stuff like that, and it was kind of I caught myself having trouble at times explaining like what was going on, and it comes to like the fact that like I feel like, well, one, I want to be proficient in my Spanish. I want to make sure but medical Spanish is a whole different thing. But I was talking about like entonces disculpe, like explaining what happened to my dog, like, sí, amaneció así, entonces like le van a hacer MRI, and like that's probably not how you say it in Spanish, right? But it wasn't too far from that General hospital, bro. There was such a long line to get in there. It was so packed outside of that hospital. It was like I almost thought there was a concert outside or something, but there was just so many people outside. And I was like, yo, like, this is kind of crazy. Like, and then I thought, like, I wonder if they even have, like, super specialized doctors in there to see, like, the craziest things. I don't know. Maybe they do. But I'm just like, I would love to be able to one day, when I'm a licensed physician, like, volunteer some time if I can or something like that there. Because it most definitely looks like they're understaffed or something.
Yeah.
There's just... It was a crowd out there. It seemed insane. It was like nothing I'd ever seen. It was a crowd outside waiting to be seen, I'm assuming, or something. But huge hospital, crowd in the front, and it was just like it was a concert or something, but obviously not. Like people are just waiting to get seen. It was crazy.
Damn, that's wild. Because even people here, like in the US,
Exactly.
in
Imagine
LA,
here. Yeah.
LA, you know,
Exactly.
county hospitals, people always talk about how long the wait lines are for the ER
Yeah.
to get seen. Damn,
Yeah.
and then to that to look like a concert, damn.
It was insane.
That must be like a
It was crazy, bro. I feel
48-hour
it's
wait.
like nothing
wait
I'd ever
time.
seen. Yeah.
damn.
Before we change the topic, or before we get to like one of the final topics, though, I know we wanted to kind of talk about this a little bit. We were talking about this about a little bit earlier, but you know, getting asked some of these questions by people that you know we meet and stuff. Social media, unfortunately, has brought a lot of positives in our life.
Unfortunately,
Fortunately, sorry, fortunately, but unfortunately, has also brought some negativity. I would say, right? And by that I mean, you know, hate comments. Of course, that comes with social media. That just comes with the game. But unfortunately, like other things that I didn't think would as well. And I don't know if you want to help me elaborate on this, but unfortunately, I think social media is like a whole different beast now that we're starting to learn more about, obviously. And as we get bigger and our page grows, we get busier and stuff. And obviously, like we can't handle everything on our own. People might have a certain thought about you that might not be true because people think they know you. People think they know about you through social media because they see you. But you don't know them at all and they don't know you at all, right? So we hear things now about people that think they know us but they don't, and maybe say certain things based on what they see, or for whatever reason have a certain thought perception about who we are. But we've never really even had a conversation with them.
yeah.
And we hear these things. What do you think about all that?
You know, I feel like it's just part of everything, you know, like everyone out there, you know, like I feel like the bigger you get, the more people have to say about you, you know, and you know, when we started out, you know, it was, and to this day, I feel like 99% of the stuff we get is positive, right?
Yeah.
To this day, like honestly, like
Absolutely.
what we're talking about is like the 1%,
Right.
you know, like it's really nothing, honestly, compared to all the positive and all the support we get is insane. Honestly, sometimes even overwhelming. But it's really great. But you know, as you get bigger and stuff like that, then like I feel like you have more people saying stuff, right? And it's unfortunate because it almost seems like sometimes like it seems like people don't want others to succeed this much, you know, and it's sad, honestly, because
it's for the lack of a better word, it's people are hating.
yeah, people are hating, but
People are hating, and it's weird.
but not even just like there's a difference between being like, oh hey, you're whack or whatever, or making some dumb comment online, whatever.
Right.
That I don't really care. There's trolls. It's funny. Honestly, sometimes I find some of these comments funny.
Yeah.
Like
Like people call me an Edgar or whatever.
Yeah, like it's funny.
It's funny. Yeah.
I don't even think that's necessarily hating.
Yeah, exactly. True.
What is disappointing is when it feels like it's your own people.
Yeah.
You know, so for example, like
yeah.
there's not many Latinos in medicine.
Mm-mm.
There's not. Like the circle is so small, so small that like pretty much everyone knows each other. And everyone in medicine, if you're a doctor, a medical student, whatever, you pretty much know every Latino. It almost feels that way. And now we have such a big platform that it's likely that almost everyone knows who we are, you know? And, you know, unfortunately, like that's when it starts to suck, when you feel like there's people out here who, you know, supposedly a lot of us are like, hey, we want the best for our people, you know, we want to bring more Latinos in medicine, we want to bring more people to this, you know, seat on the table or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And me and you and a lot of other people, we've worked so damn hard to get here, bro. Like, we've
extremely hard.
think about all the, like, you grew up in South Central. Like, I bet the majority of people you grew up with, like, you know how they, like, how it turned out, right? Like, it doesn't turn out well. Like, even where I grew up, like, bro, like, no one really went to college, man. Like, and when I hear about people from back home, sometimes I'm like, damn, that's sad, bro. Like, and it's crazy that we used to kick it, and now this is how it ended up, you know. And all that is going on, and we go through all this, me being DACA undocumented, going through navigating this whole system, and then getting here, and then you being out there telling us, like, telling the world that you want more Latinos in medicine, but then you're literally doing things to try to, like, ruin our reputation or whatever. It's disappointing, man. And you know what's crazy is the field in Latinos in medicine is so small that all that stuff gets back to us. Yeah. Like, we know when someone says something about us. Like, we know so many people, so, like, we hear it, and it's unfortunate, you know. A lot of these people are posers, I guess, you know. They may be talking about wanting more this, that, representation, whatever, but bro, how would you try to take that away from someone who's done it?
Like, bro, we're literally, like, full-time medical students, and we're having fun with this. We don't mean harm. We want everybody out there that has their own movement to succeed. We want your movement to succeed in anything, and I don't understand why anyone would want to destroy our career. But, you know, we're going to keep our head up. We're going to keep doing our own thing. And shout out to every single Latino in medicine, man. We need you. Keep doing what you're doing. And if you're not in medicine yet, or in any career, really, keep going, man. We're rooting for you. We're about to close this episode up. Sorry. I'm looking at the screen that the homies are giving us cues here. This week, real quick, just to kind of go through that, I have a lot of coming up this week, man. I have a couple of projects that I recently joined, like research projects.
Scholarly.
Yeah, we still got to do our scholarly stuff out here. You know, we are scholars in academia in medicine, so we still have to take care of that part of our portfolio, whatever, too. So anyways, I have some project stuff that I need to work on this week. I'm a little behind because of some stuff that recently came up, but
damn, bro, you have so many hats. You're
this is actually like
like you're a student.
Oh yeah.
You're
something.
You're a student. You're a damn scientist. You're a damn celebrity.
Yeah, I know.
And then you got all your hats too.
Yeah,
you hella hats.
We do have a lot of hats. Yeah. That's funny. You got me on that one. We both do, bro. And it's something I think we keep talking about, and we're gonna continue to talk to you guys about through this podcast. And that's why we really want to do this project. We want to do something where we're talking about maybe academia one time, and then we're talking about the celebrity stuff, and then we're talking about just the regular fun stuff or whatever, you know. And right now I'm wearing my Foods in Medicine hat. This is like literally I'm just playing. We just love fitted caps. I don't know. That's actually one of the first things we connected with when we, well, not necessarily, not directly. I just saw you wearing a fitted, and I was like, is this fool from LA? I think that's what I thought. But yeah, what do you have coming up this week?
This week, I mean, honestly, I'm like I mentioned, I'm pretty focused on studying and stuff.
So we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We don't have a name for it. The homies threw up a couple of names. I don't know. Are we letting our audience name it, or are we naming it? Or
comment down below if you have any suggestions on what you guys think we should name this.
Yeah.
Really, you know, like we said, we're trying to share more, talk. This is honestly a way to just talk out, like kind of an outlet to kind of just express ourselves too, right? Like, we go through so much, man. Like, and we're so bottled in sometimes when we're just studying, and then it's kind of nice and relieving to just be like, talk it out.
Yeah, for sure. This was therapeutic.
And I'm catching up with this fool, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's dope.
That's exactly. And at some point, we are going to have some other sick-ass fools up here. As we mentioned, SCLA Clips going to be up here at some point. We want to get, like, we met this dope lawyer person now that we want to hopefully get, like, bring on here. And there's any aspiring lawyer fools out there, We will ask her some questions for y'all. Freaking maybe a dentist at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe
If you're a sick ass fool, you know, send us a DM and be like, "Yo, hey, I got some
sick-ass
stuff.
fool."
I'm a sick ass fool and I have cool stuff to talk about. Hit us up and
Yeah, exactly.
we'll go from there."
So I guess that's it, huh? Is
Yeah.
there anything else we're missing, y'all? No. All right.
Make sure if you guys like this, hit subscribe, comment, and share it with your friends. And thank you guys all for the support. Seriously.
Yeah. Please, let us know what y'all think about this in the comments. We'll really appreciate it, honestly. Like, we really want to know. So, anyways, hope y'all have a very productive, great week. See you on the next one. Foods and medicine, baby.